How's it? Today is Monday, April 24th, and it is 2 days after the meet on Saturday. I feel a lot better. My voice is still a little bit nasally, but overall, my body's not as sore as it was as far as like muscle aches go. My body is sore though, because I went golfing or went to the driving range on Saturday, so like my whole left side is just kind of blasted right now. Um, it's one of those things that um, if I continue to go golfing, it will kind of clear up. Um, it also did mean that my shoulders today were a lot tighter than I would have liked them to be. But yeah, I'm back with some super high volume stuff. As far as weightlifting goes, a lot of weightlifting is more short sets, so smaller sets. So like a set of five on weightlifting stuff is like really, really insane. And I'm not doing any of those today. I'm doing like 10 triples essentially for power snatch, and then 10 2 plus 1s for power clean, power jerk. What that looks like really is that only three top sets, but all of the other ones leading up to it do matter. I started off with some muscle snatch plus overhead squats here for a warm up on my snatch movements, and then kind of took off from there. So we're going to two sets at 40, two sets at 50, two sets at 60, one set at 70, and then three sets at 75 for power snatch triples, right? And to me, that is just a lot of power snatches overall. I'm basically starting off a training block that's gonna, I maybe end in another meet in June. We'll see what happens. It gives me about 6 weeks. So if we're thinking about how today kind of shapes up for everything, my top sets today are at 75, and basically that's a little bit under 75%. And so if I give myself 6 weeks where I go up 5 kilos each week, or essentially 5% each week, then I will end up at 100% in 6 weeks. That is like the ideal world. Typically, things don't turn out that ideally, and yeah, we'll see what happens. For these power snatches today, I was trying my best not to pull with my arms. It's really easy to do that on the lighter weights. Sorry. Really easy to do that on the lighter weights. So 40, 40, 40, you can see me kind of do that. Happens less effectively at 60. I mean, it is heavier, so it should be a little bit more difficult. But I do think I execute pretty okay on these. Um, and then 70 here. Just overall, like, it feels like I'm a little bit scared with 70. Kind of just turnovers a little bit later, which may or may not be what I'm looking for. Just because if I extend more with my legs, my first set here, by the way. If I extend more with my legs, then the turnover on the arms should be a little bit late, right? But yeah, here is my first set, and I am, yeah, I would say that I was struggling a little bit on the kind of third reps for some of these, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't actually think I did too much. Trying not to get away from the bar too much, and then also still trying to keep my arms as straight as I can for as long as I can, and be a little bit more hip dominant. Like, um, there's a guy at the gym, Jason, who was there today, but I didn't actually see him lift today. But every time I watch him lift, I'm always basically learning about what I am lacking, because he's extremely hip dominant, and he lifts very, very well. And you can see his arms come in a lot later than mine do. And that is the whole goal, I think, for improvement for my snatch, and then also for my cleans. Like my cleans on at the meet were 125 was good. 133 and 133 second attempt were just atrocious. And I think that if I have better timing with my elbows and I guess upper body activation after extension, then I think my cleans will be a lot smoother. Like if you go back, I don't know, maybe about 6 months or so, my cleans looked a lot better than they do now. And I feel like I'm a lot stronger than I used to be, so something happened. Actually, one thing I didn't mention about at the meet was my upper back hasn't been giving me any issues at the meet or today even. There's some of the lifts at the top weight for my cleans today were a little bit suspect, but they were not hurting, and that is a positive for me. Same thing for the cleans. Actually, I didn't mention it, but 10 essentially triples, so 10 2 plus 1s starting at 50. So in 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 5, 100, and then 105 for 3. So this is 90 here. I put my belt on at 100, but all of these power jerks are actually really solid, and I'm actually really happy with that because lately my jerks have been a little bit inconsistent, even though I feel like I can still jerk it if I clean it. But it's giving me a lot more confidence knowing that I'm able to move the weights like this. Most of the power cleans, the first power cleans are good. Second power cleans leave a lot to be desired. Here's my last set before the top set. For a lot of these, I am trying my best to still extend upwards and keep my arms as long as I can for as long as I can. Long in length and long in duration. Here's my first set at 105. I think what ends up happening is I pull my arms significantly early on a lot of the lifts, and so I lose a lot of power first and foremost, but I kind of lose connection from the bar as far as my upper body goes. And if you are like me, that is problematic for sure. It's the reason why I think my cleans have been crashing down. I mean, I know for sure that's the reason why my cleans have been crashing down. But it also, I believe, is what is causing my upper back pain for the last forever, right? So if I'm able to kind of have better timing and positioning overall with the extension in my elbows, I think that my cleans will be better and I'll be able to clean a lot more again. Like 133 at the meet was pretty easy to get under and pretty easy to squat up, but just that transition between getting under and catching it, that's not even a transition point, just the actual catch itself was a struggle for sure. And you see these second reps on my cleans are just pretty hard. I don't know if it's because I'm tired or if what, but I do think I'm strong enough to do them. But yeah, power jerks looking good. First one at 105 was a little bit wonky, but second and third ones were solid. And then after that, I finished my barbell movements with some snatch RDLs here. And then finished off the entire workout with pull-ups and some GHD sit-ups. Moving forward, I am going to be kind of reintroducing some volume on the squat day, but not to the same extent that I used to. In the past, I was doing 5s with one set of 10 at the end. Now we're going to do 3s with one set of like 6 to 10 at the end. He's giving me the kind of the range just so that I can pick and choose which ones would see more, which would be better fit overall. So I'm excited to feel strong again. Like for squats, that was one of the big things that was helping me a lot for confidence, was just being able to squat kind of close to my personal bests. But yeah, it's a start of a new training cycle, training block. I am really excited. Hopefully I'll be able to get to the AO finals, which is just a 240 total. My overall goal is still going to be 265, but stepping stones, right? But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.